Thank you both. How incredible is this space? It's so beautiful. And Gary and Heather built this space to be a space of community and connection and healing. I can't think of a better venue to host an event that's so deeply rooted in the values that EverFree holds. And when I look out in this crowd, I see our EverFree family. I see people crying already. It's just such an incredible group of individuals who have supported us for years, who have brought their friends and family. So thank you so much for being here with us tonight. We have an incredible program and lineup of artists and musicians. But before we jump in, EverFree team and volunteers, can you please raise your hand so everyone can see where you are? Thank you to our amazing team who put this event together. They are incredible. If you want to learn more, please find one of those friendly faces with a name tag. If you have questions, if you want to learn about the work, they're all here to share with you. We also have 2 board members here with us tonight. Shannon Rogers, our board chair, and Julie Cordua, board member. Thank you both for being here. And again, if you want to learn about the organization, please go and connect with them. They've been fighting gender-based violence and child abuse for their entire careers and our incredible wealth of knowledge and resources. So, tonight we are here with our annual art tour. EverFree comes together every year to raise critical funds and awareness to support survivors of human trafficking and abuse and exploitation. And for me, this work is very personal. I have been doing this for the last 15 years. Thank you. My journey began in Uganda, and I just had a chance to go back there this summer with my family. And as I was getting ready to speak tonight, I was thinking about a young girl who came into our safe home when I lived there. When she came in, she was just 4 years old. And I will never forget the first day that she came into the shelter. She was so scared, couldn't make eye contact, was worried to trust anyone, and was physically so hungry. I watched her eat bowl after bowl of rice like she hadn't eaten in days. But on this trip out there this summer, I got to meet this young lady over a decade later. She's finishing up high school, and her life is so different now. She walked into our office full of confidence, full of joy, cracking jokes with the other graduates from our program, and talking to us about the beautiful future that she was building for herself. And that is what EverFree makes possible. That's what all of us here can make possible. Incredible transformation, taking a story from complete darkness and turning it into something absolutely beautiful. But the horrible reality that we face is that nearly 1 billion people worldwide are experiencing some form of abuse or exploitation. That is 1 in every 8 human beings. And very few of those individuals ever access the care and support like this young girl. Very few get a safe shelter. Very few get to go back to school. Very few get the therapy and support that they need to heal from what they've been through. And that is why we are here tonight. That is why EverFree exists, to build a new way of providing care so that many, many people around the world can have access to life-saving services. Our work started and is grounded in over a decade of direct survivor support, helping survivors get their health care, get community and connection, get an opportunity to go back to school or get a job. But when we were looking at the numbers of people we could serve, we were serving in the thousands, which is so important. But the problem is so huge. We needed to begin finding a pathway to serve in the millions. And that's when we began leaning into technology and built our Freedom Life Map tool, which is able to go to reach millions around the world, to connect them with the resources that they need to chart their own pathway to freedom and independence. So what started in Uganda has now grown into a global movement. We're in 8 countries, including right here in Southern California. We have incredible organizations using our tool. We have United Way, who's here tonight, who helped get our tool up and running and is now using it in a financial empowerment program with survivors of trafficking right here in our own community. And so tonight we bring you this power of healing through music. Music and dance and the arts are essential to survivors healing in our programs. For those of you who have been, and can I have a shout for anyone who's been to our Uganda or the Philippines program? Woo! So many of you here. You've experienced what it's like to watch these young girls, some of them 4, 5, 6 years old, dance with smile and confidence and joy on their faces. We have a picture right here of some young girls. They were performing one of their favorite songs, Fight Song. The lyrics say, "This is my fight song, take back my life song, prove I'm all right song. I don't really care if nobody else believes because I've still got a lot of fight left in me." And imagine you're there with us watching these 5-year-old girls punch the sky, saying that they have fight left in them. And it's our opportunity to give them the support that they need to take that fight and turn it into a life of healing and a fight where they go back into their communities and stop generational cycles of abuse and exploitation. We worked with incredible artists who you'll meet tonight who partnered with survivors, developing songs, lyrics, and poetry so that we can share that power of healing and arts with you, so that you don't have to be in Uganda or the Philippines to experience it. You can be right here. We'll start the evening with a poem from Grace, a young survivor and incredible poet living in Uganda. Then we'll move on to 2 artists. The first is Joe Kay, a Grammy Award-winning artist who worked with survivors to create an original song just for EverFree. And then Rebecca, or Rigo, who I met very serendipitously at the Skull World Forum, where we sat next to each other at a symposium on how to prevent child abuse. And I found out she was an artist, and you'll hear the rest of her story a bit later. They will be performing these original songs for you. So please turn your eyes to the screen as we start with Grace's poem.